While the cameras waited, Lewis Hamilton disappeared. No press interviews, no podium chatter, just one image, wiping tears beneath his helmet after the Spanish Grand Prix. For casual fans, it looked like frustration, but for those who read between the frames, it was a rupture. Barcelona wasn't just another sixth place, it was the moment something cracked. The mask of composure slipped, and when Fred Vasseur later spoke of invisible upgrades coming for 2025, he wasn't talking only about car parts. It was a veiled promise, or a warning. Behind closed doors, Hamilton is no longer waiting. He's watching, calculating, questioning. How long can a champion keep faith in a machine that doesn't reflect his style or stature? Sources say the internal tone has shifted, and the dream of an eighth title is becoming a cold, analytical mission. When Lewis goes silent, history tells us it's never out of fear. It's precision, focus. The official broadcast missed it, but those who saw his eyes after Barcelona know something started there, and it won't end quietly. Has Hamilton already begun to doubt Ferrari's vision? What's missing from Hamilton's Ferrari chapter so far isn't just podiums, it's presence. Not his own, but the absence of a voice that once shaped his rise. Toto Wolff. At Mercedes, Wolff wasn't just a team principal. He was a stabilizer, a strategist, a shield. He knew when to push and when to protect. In Maranello, that emotional intelligence is missing. Fred Vasseur is competent but hesitant. He juggles politics, tradition, and expectation. But Hamilton doesn't need diplomacy. He needs alignment. Insiders say Vasseur is under pressure to become something he's never been, a psychological anchor. Because what Ferrari hired wasn't just a driver, it was a storm of legacy, demand, and global scrutiny. Hamilton doesn't want comfort, he wants clarity, and in the current silence, cracks are forming, the kind Toto used to seal before they spread. Every great driver needs one figure who truly believes, who listens without P filters. Without that, even titans lose momentum. If Vasseur can't fill that void soon, Hamilton's trust may evaporate. And when trust dies at Ferrari, history repeats, loudly. Fred Vasseur gave the world a cryptic line. Some of the upgrades won't be visible. The press filed it under technical jargon, but to those close to the paddock, it was code. Ferrari's 2025 direction isn't just about new wings or flashy upgrades, it's about altering the SF25's name. Sources suggest key structural changes are coming beneath the floor, especially to the undertray and internal aeroflow, areas that don't get headlines but define the car's behavior. Why does it matter? Because right now, Hamilton is the one bending to the car, adjusting his inputs, compensating for instability, losing milliseconds in the name of survival. That's not how legends operate. That's how careers are stalled. If Ferrari is finally tuning the car to match Hamilton's aggressive, rotation-heavy style, we're not just witnessing technical progress, we're watching a political shift inside Maranello. The car might be changing, but more importantly, Ferrari might be changing for him. That is the true signal, because when a team bends the machine to the man, they're no longer asking for results, they're preparing for war. Shanghai was supposed to be the moment, a symbolic turning point. Hamilton won the sprint, dominated from pole, and claimed his first Ferrari victory, even if it wasn't in a full Grand Prix. But instead of celebration, there was corporate silence. No social media explosion, no post-race tribute, just shadows. Why? Because Leclerc finished 8th. And hours later, Ferrari was disqualified from the main race for technical oversights that reeked of carelessness. What could have been a momentum-shifting triumph turned into a PR burial. What the cameras didn't capture was Hamilton behind closed doors, furious. Not over the rules, but over what the moment should have been. He confronted the team, questioned its intent. That day, something shifted. He stopped playing the guest star. He started drawing the blueprint for his version of Ferrari. This is not rebellion with fire. It's rebellion with silence, with precision, with strategy. And like all great uprisings, it begins when no one is looking. After Barcelona, one sentence leaked from the radio: if we improve qualifying, we'll be winning. It wasn't optimism, it was calculated pressure. Hamilton didn't name names, but he didn't need to. The jab was aimed directly at Ferrari's Saturday weakness, a flaw that's haunted them for seasons. And in that phrase, he embedded a challenge. You fix this, I'll do the rest. The numbers support him. Telemetry shows Hamilton extracts more from unstable setups, thrives on aggressive corner entry, and brakes later than almost anyone on the grid. But the current SF25 forces compromise. Its unpredictable rear end demands caution, not instinct. He's been adapting, but adaptation has a cost: performance and trust. Vasseur's promise of upgrades for 2025 could mean a reversal of roles, where finally the car adapts to him. If Ferrari delivers a machine that unleashes Hamilton instead of restraining him, the narrative changes, not just technically, but politically. The question is no longer whether Hamilton fits Ferrari, it's whether Ferrari is finally ready to fit Hamilton. The glossy PR photos show unity, but behind Maranello's gates, tension brews. Hamilton arrived as the symbol of transformation. Yet not everyone inside Ferrari welcomed that change. Some engineers still see him as an outsider, an intruder in a system built around tradition and around Leclerc. At first, Charles admired Lewis, but admiration fades when shadows grow. And right now, Hamilton's shadow stretches across every department. An insider whispered it plainly. There's a split over who the car should serve in 2025. Some want to preserve Leclerc's comfort zone. Others believe Hamilton's adaptability and feedback are the key to unlocking Ferrari's next era. And Vasseur, he's walking a tightrope, trying to keep both camps at bay while the stopwatch keeps ticking. But numbers don't lie, and Hamilton is delivering more with less. If Ferrari wants to evolve, it must choose. You don't build a car for legacy, you build it for results. And right now, one driver is extracting them through force of will. The other is trying not to be left behind. There's a pattern few have truly noticed, but Hamilton sees it. In sprint races, he thrives. In full Grand Prix, the performance drops. Why? It's not him, it's the car. The SF25 in sprint trim, lighter, more aggressive, with fewer setup constraints, lets Lewis drive on instinct. That's when his genius shows, but come Sunday, the full race configuration dulls his edge. Ferrari's current setup philosophy prioritizes long-run stability and rear-end security, tailored, some say, to Leclerc's style. But for Hamilton, that means compromise. Less rotation, slower corner exits, fewer overtaking chances. Barcelona proved it again. In traffic, he hesitated. Not because he lacked will, but because the car punished every risk. In China's sprint, with reduced fuel loads and minimal drag, he danced with the limits. That wasn't coincidence, it was proof. Ferrari may not realize it yet, but they've unintentionally created a car that rewards the wrong driver in the wrong format. 2025 must correct that, or Hamilton won't wait for 2026, because instinctive drivers don't tolerate restraint. They break it or walk away. 2025 isn't just another season. It's Ferrari's last real shot to keep Hamilton engaged, empowered, and leading from the front. The regulation overhaul in 2026 will reset the grid, but that reset is meaningless if Ferrari enters it still fractured. Hamilton didn't come to Maranello to play politics. He came to win, to shape a legacy, to build something that outlives even his own driving career. But that vision requires more than wind tunnel gains and CFD models. It demands alignment. Yes, Vasseur has begun adjusting the car. Yes, signs point to a shift toward Hamilton's style. But emotionally, Ferrari is still split. Each ignored radio message, each muted celebration, each cryptic press release, it all chips away at trust. Hamilton can fight with the wrong setup, he's done it. But he won't waste years waiting for a team to believe in him the way Mercedes once did. This is no longer about lap time, it's about identity. If Ferrari wants to become the team that finally gives Hamilton his 8th title, they must let him lead, fully, openly, dangerously, or risk losing him before the real revolution ever begins. Now the question is yours. Is Ferrari truly building a future around Hamilton, or just buying time until Leclerc takes back control? Was the silence after Shanghai a message, or a mistake they'll regret? Is Vasseur strong enough to lead this internal war, or is Hamilton already fighting alone? Drop your thoughts below. Who should Ferrari trust with the 2025 project? Is Hamilton being held back by politics or by the car? Can Leclerc and Hamilton truly coexist in the same team? Or is a storm coming? Your comment isn't just opinion, it's evidence. We're watching. They are too. Let the paddock hear you.